Hey, this is Natalie Grant, and you're listening to Dispatch Radio.
All right, folks, we have a great guest with us. You might know her from a barrage of different shows and movies that she's been in. Of course, most recently, she's been tiptoeing away on Dancing with the Stars last night to Under the Sea, if I remember my facts right. Candace Cameron Bure, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
I have to ask about this shocking elimination. I mean, the look on your face kind of said it all, right?
Yeah, I was so surprised. I couldn't believe that Cody was the one to leave. You know, I think because Drew, Nene, and I were all in the bottom three of the scores, and I particularly was the lowest, felt like I was going to be the one to go home, especially when I was paired up to the last two with Cody. So when they said his name, I couldn't believe it.
The show really is just such a smash and blockbuster hit and that kind of thing. What has changed for you now that you're on the show?
What has changed? You know what? I am truly just having the time of my life. It's been so much fun and a lot of hard work, but you know, it's like pushed me. And continuing to push me out of my comfort zone, and it's forcing me to face some fears that I didn't realize that I had. And I think that's a really cool thing. I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm just showing something for my children and even some of the, you know, my fans around me, that it's like, hey, it's never too late to try something new and just go for it, because what's worse is going to happen? You might fail, but you know what? You encourage people along the way just by trying.
And I think even last night they gave you this advice, and I don't get this one at all. Hey, try not to be so nervous, right? How is that possible? You're kind of out of your ballywick here. That's kind of all the point of the show.
I know.
I just kind of shake my head, but it's an extraordinarily challenging show and learning so much in such a short amount of time, and I really give you credit for, you know, even attempting such an endeavor. It really has to be an exciting thing for you.
Thank you. It is. I'm loving it, but it is not. It's not weird, but I can work on a routine for 5 days and feel comfortable with it. But it's a whole different thing when you hop onto that stage and the lights are on you and all the people are around. And as much as I'm a veteran, I've been in show business for more than 30 years, and I'm comfortable with the camera and the lights, but live television and all those people, and you've got one shot to do it. I don't get a retake like I do when I'm acting. And that's a lot of pressure. And just because it's not something that is my natural comfort zone, dancing is new for me, it's hard not to get nervous. But I think as the weeks go on and the competition gets tougher and tougher because it's whittling down, the pressure's getting to me more. And so I have to learn somehow to just overcome it. And hopefully I'll figure it out pretty soon.
Well, God willing, he's going to temper your nerves a little bit. I'm sure you'll do fine. And I know we're on a time crunch, so I want to get your thoughts on what you can tell fans. You're attached to a new film. It's going to be directed by Carrie Scott called To the Wall. It's got a great cast. David A.R. White from God's Not Dead, Kevin Downs, people may know from Courageous. He's also in Mom's Night Out coming up, Stephen Baldwin, Rebecca St. James. Can you tell folks much about this film?
You know what? I don't know the details. We actually shot this movie several years ago, and I know that it's going to be released sometime this year, but I don't have info on it. It's one of those films that is sat on the shelf for a little while, and it will be coming out eventually. But I think I have new Hallmark movies that I'm going to be doing that I could probably talk a little bit more about those.
Well, that would be great. And I also want to get your thoughts on your new book, because Balancing It All came out earlier this year as well, and that's kind of an exciting new thing to put on your resume.
Yeah, it is. I was thrilled. I was thrilled after writing my first book, Reshaping It All, and that hit the New York Times bestseller list, which was incredible, and it was so well received. And so I wanted to take on a new topic about balancing it all, because I think there's so many of us women out there, whether we're married, we're single, we have kids, or we're career women, we all want to know how one another balances it well. And so I just use my personal stories of what has worked and hasn't worked for me, and the priorities in my life that have helped me balance it. So I've loved becoming an author. Never thought that was something I would do, and it's been fantastic. So you can pick that up at any major bookstore.
And we'll link to that and link to Amazon. Of course, folks love to work through there, so we'll get that. So tell us a little bit about some of your Hallmark projects that you have coming up.
Well, I have such a great relationship with them, and I've done many films for them, but after Dancing with the Stars, I'll be starting my next Hallmark movie that I'm producing and starring in, and it will be out in May of next year. It's going to be a Mother's Day film. And then I have some more mystery movies that I'm going to be doing with the Hallmark Channel as well. So lots of exciting things coming up with them. And, some other projects in the works that I can't yet talk about, but it's proving to be a very full and wonderful year producing and acting.
Balancing it all, indeed. Candace Cameron Bure, fitness into her busy schedule in between different projects as she's bouncing from appointment to appointment. And you can catch her on Dancing with the Stars. Obviously, you just heard her speak on the Hallmark Channel films that are coming out. We'll try to keep you posted on that. And we'll try to fit you in where we can get a chance to talk a little bit longer. But thank you so much for giving us a little quick update on what's going on and your thoughts on the big elimination shocker, because I think a lot of folks were indeed surprised.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right. You take care. God bless.
Okay. Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.